Hey guys, this is Andrea from Annie in Wonderland, how to experience CNDIS. So this is just a general disability video. So I was talking to a support worker last night while having some light exercise in the park. I live in a location that's where it's spring and we're coming up to wonderful carnival of flowers. And I was talking to her about a topic that on the surface doesn't seem disability related, but when you start doing the digging it is, and that is urban design and urban planning. There is a great TED talk from Murray Mintzer on what happens when you let children design cities. I'll link it down below, but I needed to fill up a water bottle and I was just thinking, hang on, why is this so low? Then it hit me. This park had recently gone through a redevelopment. The paths were wider. The paths were flat. There was no bumps. I realised that you could take a mobility device, a wheelchair, for the person to go out and enjoy as well. And so there is a huge difference between accessibility and universal design. Accessibility is an afterthought of accessible toilets that might be a bit heavy with doors. I know Lucy Edwards has done a very good thing on accessibility for people with vision problems. I know Jessica Calgary-Fraser has done one on that as well. But accessibility is an afterthought, so that's making sure a lift is in. But what happens when that lift is not working? So that is where accessibility is an afterthought. Where universal design is thinking, how can we make this accessible to everyone? So flat paths for people with vision issues, having a sensory garden where they can touch, feel, smell things. Because as Molly Burke always reminds us, blindness is a spectrum as well. Having paths that are wider, having rails, having rest stops, like myself in the beautiful park yesterday. It was having where you can fill up a water bottle, and it was great to see people and families out enjoying what my city has to offer as well. So guys, that's just a bit on universal design and urban planning. It is something to consider because our city is going through a major change. There is public transport, but it isn't really accessible. Unfortunately, you're either 2 hours early and have to take a book or play on your phone, or 2 hours late, so you have to be incredibly organised. And for those who don't drive, you're dependent on a taxi, or if you have an NDIS package, a transport allowance. But as we've seen, and I've done a video in this one, Uber and Lyft they consider themselves ride-sharing services, not a taxi service. And in the bush, a taxi can be anywhere from $50 to $45 depending on the route that you're going. So that's where people become quite dependent on other people to take them out of the house shopping, or if they have access, internet shopping. However, there is a social aspect to doing your groceries, to being able to have a look and pick them up, to being able to do things with other people post-COVID. So guys, thank you guys. See you in the next video.